What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about how you can safely buy an Instagram account. So I know there's a lot of people in the Instagram theme page and meme page game that are looking to buy new Instagram pages. They don't have to manually grow them themselves, and they can buy and flip, determining on whatever you want to do, but I've never seen any in-depth videos go fully in-depth on how to safely buy an Instagram account, how not to get scammed, how to keep the followers engaged, and going around that kind of subject. So since I've had my fair share of buying a ton of Instagram accounts and even getting scammed on a ton of Instagram accounts, I've kind of learned the major red flags and how to safely buy an Instagram account and what works most of the time. So I'm going to make a video going over 4 topics. On first, how to find a perfect account to buy. Second, how to make sure the account is worth buying. Third, how to buy it safely without getting scammed. And fourth, how to keep the followers engaged and keep the followers on the account liking the posts, and how to make sure they're actually real followers and liking the posts. So before we get more into the video, I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware that buying Instagram accounts is technically against the terms of service of Instagram, and you shouldn't actually be able to buy accounts. And if you do, you have a small risk of your account getting banned due to violating the terms of service. Now, getting your account banned due to buying an account is very, very rare. I've only seen it like 1 or 2 times across multiple years of being an Instagram game. As long as you buy it safely and aren't getting reported from that kind of stuff, you should be okay, but I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, so it's not my fault. So starting with topic 1, how to find the perfect account to buy. So if you're looking to buy an Instagram account, you should already know what niche you want it in and about the range of followers you want the page to have. If you don't, you should try to figure that out first before you try to find pages, because it's going to be a lot easier to find if people already know what you're looking for. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and give an example saying that I'm a consumer who wants a survival page with 10,000 followers. So you can always do the classic looking to buy method where you just DM a bunch of survival pages with around 10,000 followers, a little over, a little under, ask if they're willing to sell their pages, and most of the time they're not going to, but the people that do respond, if they're not actively trying to sell a page, they're probably going to highball you or give you a really unnecessary offer. So in my opinion, that's not the best way to do it. And there used to be a bunch of websites where you could go on there, type in your niche, type in the amount of followers you want, and it would give you a lot of pages where people are trying to go on there, and it was a scam free website because it used PayPal Business, so you could always get your money back in the case you do get scammed. But it was really good, but those got shut down, being that selling Instagram accounts is against the terms of service. So now there's only a couple ways to do it, but if you're looking for a perfect account to buy and want the lowest chance of getting scammed, you guys can join my Discord server, which is first link in the description. There's a whole section where people are selling Instagram accounts, and you can look at the people, and some of the people in there have a verified seller role on their account, which their name will be green, and if their name is green, you know they're verified, they've been vouched for, and I personally could trust them. So that would be a good way. There's around 200-300 people in there looking to sell accounts, so you guys should go join that if you're looking for the ultimate best way to buy accounts. But chances are, if you have a really specific niche and amount of followers, you're probably not going to find it in some small YouTuber's Discord server, but you can always put it out there. Post in your story you're looking for an account like this, or find someone you know who has a really big survival account and ask them if they know anybody who's selling smaller accounts in that niche. That's also a really good way. That's one of the ways that I've actually found one of my accounts that I've grown to over 100,000 followers. So the next topic is how to determine if the account is worth it. So let's say you found a survival account with 10,000 followers and the guy's ready to sell it to you for $300 flat, but you're gonna go ahead and buy it, but you haven't really looked into the account to make sure it's worth it. So these are the red flags you should look for to make sure it's worth it. So if it's an account with 10,000 followers, it should be getting above 300 or 400 likes per post. If it's not, that's probably a red flag. The account might be dead or dying, or they might be bot followers. And for 10,000 followers, around video should get 3 to 4, and on the better side, probably 6,000 to 7,000 views per video and around 1,000 likes. That's the best of the best side, but a good page would still be 500 600 likes for 10,000 followers. You also want to make sure they're posting at least once every other day to make sure they're keeping the audience engaged and they're not slowly killing the audience by never posting. If they're not posting as much as they should be, that's another red flag of the account is dead and they just don't want to prove it to you by posting more than they should be a day. And if check 1 and 2 for the followers and the engagement is good, you want them to send screenshots of their insights, which they should have if they're a creator profile, which most theme pages already have. If they send you a picture of their insights, you want to make sure there's nothing sketchy going on. You want to make sure everything is slowly going up. You want to make sure the followers weren't all gained within 1 or 2 days. You want to make sure it's a slow, gradual ladder going up to 10,000 followers, and the reach should be around 1 to 2 million per 7 days, which is an average amount for 10,000 followers. And if all those boxes take off, that means it's a pretty good page and it's probably on the most side worth it to buy. So now, after you found the right page you want to buy and it looks worth it, you want to make sure you buy the account safely. So what you want to do is, before you even start talking money, you want to make sure the person isn't rushing you to sell the account, or they're not advertising it everywhere wanting to get the account off their hands within like 10 hours. If they're being kind of slow and normal with it, chances are it's a pretty good person wanting to sell you a pretty good page. But if they're trying to rush you, for example saying, come on, I need the money now, can you send it already, don't worry about the insights, and they don't want to give you proof on the page or anything, and they just want the money right then that's a red flag. Do not buy the page. I wouldn't do it, because then you're going to lose your money. And even better, without worrying about getting scammed, it's probably harder to find, but once again, you can do this in my Discord server, is you should try to find a middleman. Basically what a middleman is if the person is really trustworthy trusted, you can have the middleman your sale, and what that would be is you give them the page, the username, password, and email for the page, and the other person gives the middleman the money, so the middleman is stuck with the page and the money, and the seller is not going to get the money until you get the page, which is why it goes through the middleman, so nobody gets scammed. So after you figure that out, what you want to make sure you get with the page instead of just sending the money is you want to make sure you have the original email that was linked to the account, and you can find this out by looking at what email was last added to the account from the previous emails, which shows in your account settings, because this is a big mistake a lot of people make. And if you're buying an Instagram account and you don't have the original email, and you can obviously change the email to your own email in the account, which is what the two-factor verification would be, but what happens if the sale's done and you've already changed the email to your email and your phone number, the original email that was on the account is going to get an email saying that if this was not your email, you can go ahead and change it back here, and he has up to 7 days to claim the account back. So after he gets the money into his bank account, he can go ahead and revoke the account because he still has the original email, and then you can be screwed out of your money and the account because then he can get it back. So you want to make sure first priority is to get the original email to the account. So let's say you have no middleman and you're ready to send the money and he has the original email for you. So what you're going to do is send the money PayPal, business and goods only. If he tries to convince you to do Venmo, Cash App, or friends and family Venmo, you're most likely going to get scammed because that's the easiest way to scam someone. He can get the money and instantly withdraw it to his bank account with an instant transfer, and there's no way you can possibly get your money back. So but if you send your money through PayPal, business and goods, they're automatically going to have the money. It's going to be in their account. You can't take it back, but they can't withdraw it into their bank account either. It's going to be on hold from PayPal until you can confirm you've got the account, everything's changed, and it's secure. Because if they decide to scam you and you send your money through PayPal goods and services, you're going to be able to make a PayPal claim and you're going to get your money back instantly because PayPal's got you. So let's say everything's in the clear, he's not sketchy, and you're ready to send the money through PayPal goods and services. What you're going to do is go ahead and send them the exact amount of money, maybe a couple extra dollars if you're nice, to pay for the fees. So you're going to send him the money, and then after, hopefully he doesn't ghost you, he's going to send you the account, email, and password. And first things you're going to do is go into the account, change the email, change the phone number, and change the password, so then he can't get into the account anymore without the email. And then you're going to take the original email and change the password to that, change the recovery email so we can't recover the account, which is all in your Google account settings. You can change the password and the recovery email because they could get back into the email after the password is changed if they still have their recovery email linked to another one, if they're smart enough to do that. So after you have the recovery email changed and the password to the email, you should be set. You just want to make sure there's nothing else they can do to get into it and that the account is set and it's all yours. So after that, if everything's still in the clear, congratulations, you just bought an account and you didn't get scammed. So now you're not done. After you got the account, you can slowly be relieved of your stress and not worry about getting scammed anymore because you're done. But now the next step is keeping the engagement and the followers active on the page so you don't lose the followers and it's not a dead page, which is basically an Instagram paperweight. So the first thing you're going to do is go into their previous posts from a couple months ago all the way to now and kind of look at the theme and what kind of posts they're posting. And then if you're trying to change up the kind of niche within the niche, you want to make sure as soon as you get the page, you start out with exactly the same post they are posting. So look at the posts that they have and start posting posts super similar to that, so the followers aren't going to notice a difference in page owners. So I would do this and post similar posts to what they already have for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks because that's going to make sure everything goes by smoothly and you keep the engagement and kind of keep it going up. So after you can make sure that you're gaining followers and the followers are going up and you're not losing engagement, you can start changing up the posts a little bit as you can make sure that they're still similar to the niche, because you really can't take a survival niche and change it to a pet niche because that's not going to work because the followers are already destined to the survival niche. But what you can do is change it from a survival camping hut niche to a survival meal niche or a photography, food, kind of that kind of niche, because it's still a niche within the same larger parent niche of survival. So that's been the main ways to buy an Instagram account safely and how to keep the followers engaged. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it's useful to all of you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace out.